Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm talking about Rorschach. So, just to pre-up this, I'm a big fan of Watchmen. I loved it when I first read it, about 12 or so years ago. And I loved that book so much that I believe I actually wrote part of my dissertation on it. But that's for another time. Obviously up here I've got Doomsday Clock, which I haven't read all of that yet. I will go back and reread it because I think I got about 3 or 4 issues in, stopped just because of the time delays. But now that the whole thing's collected, I might go back and reread it. I'm not in a massive rush. I wasn't overly impressed with it, so I will at some point, but when, I don't know. Of that, we had the Watchmen TV series that came out last year. That was set, was it 34 years after that? Was it that? 1985, and that was set in 2019, so yeah. I haven't actually read before Watchmen. So there are a lot of gaps in my sort of Watchmen history, but I'm a big fan of the original. So when Tom King said he was going to do this Rorschach book, I was a little bit skeptical. I wanted to try and stay away from Watchmen, to be honest, because as far as I'm concerned, that's where it starts and stops. That's it. But I do have to say, it was that front cover that really got me. I loved the look of it. It looked very kind of traditional, very sort of old-timey, like a classic book, and I thought, you know what, yeah. Plus, it's DC Black Label, so you guys know I have to give every kind of DC Black Label a go, really, because I love the possibilities of it. So, this is Tom King, as I've said. He did a similar series with Mr. Miracle, and then a series with Vision. It's a sort of mini-series, max-series, whatever you want to call it, with 12 issues long. So, I haven't read Mr. Miracle. I haven't read Vision, although I do have a copy. Again, another book I really need to get around to reading. But I don't mind Tom King's writing. I think he did an okay job on Batman. I did kind of drop off a little bit, and I still need to catch up on that. Surprise, surprise, there are lots of comics I need to catch up on. But this, I really wanted to give... Well, I wanted to stay away from, but after seeing that, I thought, I'll give it a go. And it's a weird one, because there's not too much to say about it. It is a first issue. It's still establishing a lot of things. Set in 2020, so set in current year. We have a guy in a Rorschach mask, not just a mask, the coat as well, who is gunned down, as well as a sort of a lady sidekick, maybe, of his. They're trying to ID the body, and it's the whole book so far is told from the perspective of an investigating officer. So it is like a crime drama, which is an interesting aspect. I like that kind of genre as it is, so I'd be curious to see what they do going forward. I also want to know how they're going to bring in... I mean, if they are going to bring in the DC universe, or if it's going to be Watchmen universe itself, because there's a couple of little nods to, one, the Watchmen TV series. There's obviously masks and things that are around from the original Watchmen. So I'd be curious to know whether this is going to be something that's just in itself, or if it's tied to the book, tied to the TV series in many different ways, or if it's just subtle little nods. Because at the moment it was just a couple of words, like a one-liner thing. Blink and you miss it. So, yeah, I mean, like I said, there's not too much to say about it. Sort of standard crime drama, set in 2020, set around a presidential election. There's a lot of that going on. The very strange thing I found about it, although it's set in 2020, it looks very kind of 70s. The main character and the way that he dresses looks like a cop straight out of the 70s. Yeah, there. Right, with the hair, with the jacket, with trousers, it threw me off a little bit, and I did start to wonder, when is this set? So yeah, murder mystery, drama. I'm enjoying it so far. I'm going to give it a go. I probably won't update you guys on every issue because this is going to take, a year to come out. That's if there aren't any delays. So, yeah, I mean, I'll continue on with it and see where it goes. But if you guys are interested in picking it up, please let me know what you think down in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. It really, really does help me out. And I'll see you in the next video.